Hey guys, welcome to my V-berth. This is the garage. This is where we keep all our shit. Because when we bought the boat, we didn't have any cushions. And we did want to make cushions. So now it's storage. The very forward bit of the boat is the chain locker. That's where our 56 feet of 3/8 BBB chain goes. We have that amount because that's what was available on Craigslist. And I don't buy new.
For our anchor.
For our anchor.
So what else do we have up there?
What else we got up here? Keep spare water jugs. We got 10 gallons of water up here. Of our jerry cans, we have 20 gallons in total. And then our main tank is another 20 gallons. So we have 40 gallons in our entirety of water tankage. Take a little look. Also the pantry. We keep all our tubers, potatoes. Wait, potatoes a tuber. Keep all our tubers and onions and other things that I don't want to smell back on my bed. Stay up here. We got the fermentation station where I keep my kimchi going. It's also kind of an experiment, so it kind of gets funky sometimes. Brina does her kimchi, not kimchi. Brina does her kombucha over here. It's just a funky batch up here. Cat's litter box also is contained in the V-berth quarters. Beneath these shelves there's lockers. We store a lot of extra rope, anything bulky and light because we want to keep the bow as light as possible because we have so much anchor chain up there that it kind of wants to dip the bow anyway. So to reduce that weight, we keep, life jackets that we don't, not the ones we wear. The backup life jackets are actual life jackets. Extra sails and things of that nature all live up in the V-berth area. Going aft, we have our clothing locker. This is where we keep all our clothes. And I think we hid some booze in there too. Sundries, I believe, go in here. Is that the right word?
I don't know.
I think it's sundries. Or at least undries, I don't know. This is the head. I'm open this way. This is Brina's full-length mirror she installed. The real cool thing about this is when you're sitting on the head, you get a nice view of yourself. Definitely makes you want to lose a little weight. We got our sea head, our composting toilet. It came with the boat, but we do like the style a lot more than the other composting toilets. It's cheaper and it actually works. We did not vent ours, and so far so good. We've had one before, we didn't vent it, and we didn't have any issues, so we're going to keep going that way. Our boat is a keel step mast, so inside of here, that bad lad stick comes down, and inside of that stick there's some wires that clang around all the damn time. I get to hear that at night. We're going to cut those soon. We have a sink that is non-operational as far as having water going to it, but Brina does spit all of her toothpaste in there. And sometimes pees in there when the jug's full.
Big off!
We don't have a shower because we bought a boat that doesn't have a shower. And that's fine because it's warm out, so you take off the showers. It's also disgusting, in my personal opinion, to put dead skin and hair and things in the village that you have to clean out later or pump out. And I know that'd be my job to wipe that gross stuff out of there. So I'm pretty stoked about the shower in the cockpit. Plus you make friends. Coming forward, we have our water damaged roof, which is sealed now. I don't know if I did any footage of that, but it is fixed. We took this whole hatch down, rebuilt it, and pinned up the lathing, and we're seeing if it leaks again. We want to get that dialed in before we fix it. You don't want to do things twice. No steps back, B.
Okay, so this in the boat is called the main cabin, right?
Yeah, sure.
And because normally we have always slept in the V-berth, but like Spencer said, it doesn't come with this boat didn't come with cushions, and we didn't have time to make them, so we sleep out here. These are the quarter berths, I guess?
It's a quarter berth.
This is sea berths?
I guess not right. I don't know which one's a quarter berth.
Okay, well these are berths on a boat, and this one it has enough space for your feet to go back, which is nice, but right now we have our ditch bag and the cat's ditch bag there, so they're easy to get to. The ditch bags are filled with like all the flares, anything that you need to grab if your boat's going under and you need to climb up into a life raft or another vessel. So like the cat food, then we have water bladders, we have flares, we have like a little handheld GPS, we have like our EPIRB, our personal EPIRB, so just stuff that you would want if you were stranded. Then in here we are keeping all of our dry goods, like a little pantry area, and on the other side is snacks.
That's Brina's favorite side.
Yes. This is our heater. It's a solid fuel heater, so like wood and charcoal. The table has this nifty little thing. It comes out to a full size table. The leg drops down and cinches into a little hole in the bottom of the floor. But then it also goes up like this, so you don't have to have the table out at all times. And then what we do is we pull this additional material right here out, and this cushion goes there, and then we sleep in this area right here. This also is kind of cool because when you're underway and you're sailing, a lot of the times you kind of roll, and you could roll off the bed. So this actually flips out and cinches right here and in this metal bracket.
I don't think you're using that word the way you think you should be.
What?
Cinches.
Inconceivable!
It fits right there and in this metal bracket so that it prevents you from falling out of the bed when you're underway. In the main cabin, we also have the bilges. So if you're not a boater, the floor is not the bottom of your boat as far as inside goes. There's an additional layer underneath where water goes under because, you know, water can get in from where the anchor chain comes through the boat, or water can, if you have a leak or anything, then water all pools down there, and then there's a bilge pump that sucks it out. So when you hear us talking about the bilge, it's not our floor, it's underneath our floor that we're talking about. So then the engine is here, and the engine compartment, this whole thing comes off, and we got great access to the engine. And then in here is the exhaust, and the exhaust goes out the port side of the vessel. The engine is a Beta Marine 28 horsepower, and it was new in 2004. So this is the nav table, which we don't really use the nav table very much in any of our boats, but I mean, it's kind of nice to keep things there, I guess. We have our electrical panel over here, so that controls everything on the boat as far as that run off our batteries. And our batteries are right here. And our battery bank is a 4
T105s.
4 T105s. So enough to run what we have. Over here, this is basically like where all the electrical stuff is. So the panel with all the switches, our inverter is right here, the radio. These are the charge controllers so that we know how much power is coming in for the solar and what our batteries are at. And then this is just our like grab and go little like VHF radios and compasses and stuff like that.
This is our galley. It's very simple. I did not design it, so keep that in mind. We have a very large double sink, which has a hole in it, which I epoxied to make work. It also doesn't drain very well, which we have a plunger we plunge things out with now. We have an ice box that is filled with cans because we don't have refrigeration on board. All of our cups, trick you. Cups are over here, cups and plates and things like that, utensils. We have a denatured alcohol, non-pressurized stove that we use. It works very good. The drawbacks are it feels expensive and hard to get in the islands, and it doesn't get super hot, but for quick cooking on a boat, it's pretty sweet. Foot pumps?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I can tell what foot pumps be. Nice segue. Under the berth that Brandon was discussing, there is a 20-gallon aluminum water tank, which we plumbed in these foot pumps. The boat originally came with pressurized water system, which is not only a power draw, it also can break, and then you're stuck with your water in your tank and not in your glass, and that's not where you want it. And so I installed these foot pumps. This one is the fresh water, and then this one is the salt water. And so we generally wash it just with salt water and then rinse it with fresh water because all the water that comes on the boat we have to haul on the boat. So we like to keep that to a minimum. We have this very, very steep ladder to get in the boat, which is a drawback. But I don't know what to say with ladder. It's a ladder. Don't worry about it. We keep all our tools and booze back here. This is my favorite area of the boat, tools and booze. If I throw Brian the cat back there, I think we got everything covered then.
What's that called, that area?
Oh, it's Seaberth. Seaberth. Boats were designed, this boat in particular was designed for racing back in the 60s, so it was designed for like 9 dudes to go out and race to Bermuda in, and so there's just beds everywhere. And so we converted this one into kind of a, well, I call it the front of the garage, so this would be like kind of my shop. You know, that's where you keep the car you take to work, and this is where you keep all the tools.
Then what's beyond that?
Beyond that, we don't talk about what's beyond that.
So with the sailboat, there are different points of sail, which if you're not a sailor, this might be good information for when you're watching us. So depending on which direction the wind is going and the direction that you want to go, you have to adjust your sails so that you'll actually go in the direction you want to go, and that's called points of sail. So there are different points of sail. There is I'm gonna overlay this with an image. They're
And the correct verbiage.
yeah.
The pointing up, the pointing down.
The wind, obviously you cannot sail with the wind coming straight at you, and a lot of boats have like basically a pie shape of an angles that they cannot sail close to the wind because they're just too close to the wind. So with the center board down, it gives you, it shortens that angle so that you can sail closer to the wind. So going from, you know, the wind to then the point that you can sail, that's called a close haul. And then there's a close reach, a beam reach, a beam, a broad reach, and also a run, which is the wind is straight behind you. Is that good?
Yeah, I love it.
Is that the right terms?
I think so.
Okay.
Do people want to know this stuff right now?
Laura Teeny said she wanted to know. Why do you care?
No, I don't care. I was just curious if people would care.
All right. That's good. What do you think?
That's gonna be shorter than you.
Yeah.
Tip the camera up. There you go. Oh, down. Right there.
Thanks for watching, Fries. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe. Make sure you're signed in when you do that and hit the subscribe button and then hit the bell so that you get notifications every time we upload a video.
And we'd like to give a shout out to Michael Cushings. Thanks for watching the videos and supporting us. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, and we'll see you guys next week. Bye,
Bye,
Fries.
Fries.
Coming up next time on Sailing with the Litzenbergers. This is our 9th Gulf Stream crossing. It feels good to be here though.
Yeah, it does.
Living the life!
Tell you what, this place is the best.
I ran aground again.